Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, July 12th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and the NQ. Well, look, first off, kudos to the bulls, okay? We are up in all three time frames. We have a new high on the year in both ES and NQ. We have an inside week up in ES and SPY. And we have the daily up with the gap as our main focus. Now, no doubt, most of the energy was expended pre-market between 8:30 and 9:30. But buyers held their own today. Okay, the market got too long early. We didn't have any inventory adjustment whatsoever. We said these buyers want to get paid in A, B, C. Eventually, they didn't. Pretty much a liquidation break to just flush out. What was interesting is we went trend down initially. I did not expect that. But it didn't hold either. So we took out both sides of the IB again. That's 43 times or 32.8% of the time. We failed on a trend day up. So we've only held trend days up 33.8. We had a trend A and B initially. We failed on a trend day down. So that's only 27.1 we've held of those. Gap upheld today. That's 10 out of 36. So 27.8% of our upside gaps have held. Now, what's surprising is we lowered TPO and volume POC when we had value higher, gap higher, indices higher. We also have a very visual level of J&K's high that I'm going to use as an afternoon rally high. And the reason for that is when E opened, I told the room, the fact that we couldn't get C's low was something not to ignore. And look at what we ended up doing. We went down and went trend, actually. Then, when we filled the single prints, we get all the way back up. And look at this. J and K, both. A tick above E's high, but a tick below C's low. So that's kind of my line in the sand tomorrow. That, bears are going to want to defend that, right? Something's fishy up there. We made a new high on the year, yet change attempted to take place on the way down in E. And then when we rallied all the way back, we couldn't get back up above C's low. So that's going to be a very big focal point. And then obviously the gap today. Had a good day today. Made 21.5 points in ES, 6 in NQ. The only trade I took in NQ was in C period when it was holding single prints at one point. Didn't hold it for long. And I did nothing else in there. The majority of my trading, not majority, all of it was in ES except for that one trade. All of it was from the long side, except for one short in G period where I thought it could be possibly look at an afternoon rally high there. I only made a point on it. But then obviously we went higher in J and K for our afternoon rally high. Now, B period. I didn't do anything in A because I wasn't sure what kind of inventory adjustment we're going to get. We got the overnight high right away. So I started looking for longs in B. So I made money on the long side in B period, in D period, and even in E. I made 6.5 points in E before the market decided to really crater. And then I stayed out of it on the long side. I didn't join in on the short side, but I didn't get hurt when it finally started going pretty good to the downside. I made money on a long in G to fill the single prints. And then I took one long in L period when we traded down there and made 3 points on that. So it was a good day overall. Nice start. Right now, 3 days in, I'm up 58 in ES, 78 in NQ. As far as righty goes, righty does not take out either side of the IB, and they don't get either side of the overnight. So they just end 11 wide with an afternoon rally high in J. NQ ends 10 wide with an afternoon rally high in K. Pretty weird to be saying afternoon rally highs when we have the gap and value holding for all of us because we all held our gap. And for us, we had 9 wide with an afternoon rally high in J and K and the gap. Bulls have to be very proud of themselves. Again, the bigger picture, they're fully in control. Now it's a question of what kind of distance we get away to the upside or attempt to. So as far as destinations, today's upside is 9 wide at 446.20. Afternoon rally high at 446.75 and today's high 447.48. For the downside, 444.91 is today's low, and then filling the gap at 442.97. So that's a 194 cent gap. And then that POC from July 5th is now a downside at 443.16. ES upside 10.25, 9 wide, 16 your afternoon rally high, 23.75 today's high. And remember, today's high right now is a yearly high. For the downside, 97 is the low, filling the gap at 78.50, and then 83.75 is that 11 wide POC from the other day. And then on the chart, so here's your monthly. Monthly up, one time frame up, healthy. The next big target on the monthly is March's high from 22. See if we get there, 462.07, right? That's the next big destination on the monthly. Weekly, coming out of a 4-week balance to the upside, up, inside week, up. We'll see if they sustain it now the last 2 days. And then on the daily, also up, as we come out of a 4-day balance on a gap, explode up. So all the time frames are healthy. Volume's not bad. We're at 83 million already, so not bad. And one other thing I want to show you. Look at this 30-minute chart. This happened back on July 3rd when we had the half day. Some erroneous print in SPY trade up to 464.20. Don't doubt we go get that at some point, because that's just above the next big target on our monthly high of March of 22. So keep that in mind. I hope you had a good day trading. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.